Sups up everyone, welcome to another video. Right here it says character teaser Nahida happy birthday. So we're just gonna watch this, react live. Just came out about a minute ago. Right now it's like 9 p.m. my time, which is, yep, that's exactly when they usually drop this. So I guess 2-3 days from now, maybe 4 days from now, they're gonna drop the demo and we'll likely react to that as well. Don't know what to expect. All right, people, be on your best behaviors, right? She's a Dendro Archon. All right, let's see what's it all about.
When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sabzerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sabzerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in the flower carriage.
Uh-oh.
I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sabzerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me.
She's stuck.
Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. It was my birthday. Happy birthday, Nahida.
You know, from the very beginning, if you guys notice my expression, I noticed something was a little off. It was hard to tell because, like, we gotta go back to the beginning. Like, I mean, you guys saw the pattern as this teaser went on. It highlighted how, like, messed up the situation was, right? Like, she's stuck in this loop and but there had to have been something. I don't know. It was extremely off-putting. I felt that she's like a very special Archon, right, in one way. And not to get into any spoilers for the story, but if you guys remember what the role of an Archon, like Venti was an extremely free Archon. Have you guys realized this? Think about this. Look at Zhongli. Zhongli had to fake his own death to be free from the gaze of the people, to like hide amongst them and do what he wants and continue serving them. Raiden was burdened by like thousands of years worth of like trauma from the past and leading a nation in solitude and anxiety. And then there was Venti, who was just off on his own, messing around with his old friend, getting drunk in pubs. And then we move to Nahida, which, like, she's like imprisoned. So this is like, listen, When I first saw Venti, I thought like, hey man, Archons seem to have a pretty damn good job. They are like these semi-immortal beings of some sort. They live for thousands of years and they have like stories from the eons. They have immense power and they basically like are the peak of the element that they represent. And then I met Zhongli, and I was like, "Oh damn! Like like these people, like these archons, like are shouldering heavy burdens." Then again, I should have known why Venti was such an alcoholic. It's probably because he has trauma from the past that he's dealing with. And then there's Raiden Shogun, and now this. But I feel like by far the worst part about this is like I feel like she is definitely being taken advantage of, right? She's the youngest of the Archons, and you would think somebody who is like a couple hundred years old would, especially being the Dendro Archon, the Archon of Wisdom, maybe she's just a little naive in that sense as well, right? Like too trusting, like she knows a lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean she's good with trusting. She definitely feels like an Archon that people knows and are aware of how powerful she is, and they are just leveraging that power and her naivety and her kindness against her, right? So how old is she really though? 500 years. So she's the youngest of all the Archon. Doesn't mean she's not powerful, right? It just I wish I had more information to decipher this, but I'm not like a huge lore person, so like I don't know if there's anything in here that I can really decipher, or there are like hints, Easter eggs and stuff. The interesting thing is like the first time she was awoken up, she was found by these random NPCs. And then the second time she was found, that's when we were introduced, right? That's when the roster, the characters were introduced. And then the third and the fourth, and it just continue being random people. So does this have anything to do with our story progression? Like, is this one iteration of many of her how should I put it, destinies or her realities? The Nahida quest is going to be playable in 3.2, which I feel like it's just going to leave more questions than answers, maybe, like, because I don't know, like I wish they lean more into this dark stuff. I really enjoyed when story writers are able to take these kind of materials and trauma and past and really embellish it, even expose it further, dive deeper into it. Let us feel that emotion with them. The Electro Archon questline, especially the first one, just felt very like childish. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if people can agree with me. It just felt like none of the important, really meaty like stuff was ever touched upon. I felt like they didn't want to go to those dark places. I really hope that's not the case for Nahida. I know this game is played by a younger audience, and I don't know if the story writers want to even discuss and dive into these kind of topics and discussions, but I think for the vast majority of stories, the best parts are the parts where it gets more raw, the more exposed, and where the story writers are comfortable sharing some of these darker topics with us, right? Solitude, isolation, imprisonment, right? It just definitely something. I feel like Nahida is definitely the Archon that's dealing with a lot of stuff. Okay, so looking forward to seeing what this is all about. But yeah, solid teaser. Definitely got me more interested, more intrigued with this character. And yeah, gonna be polling for her. Likely C2R1. And of course, thank you to chat for being here on screen. Hope you guys were well behaved. But yeah, till next time, urge y'all to stay safe and peace. Bye.